U-Sports on CBC, presented by U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Veriburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, a par and by BioSteel.
Welcome to U-Sports on CBC in the 2025 U-Sports Men's Soccer Championship. My name is Desmond Thomas at Varsity Stadium in Toronto, Ontario, as we get set to bring you today's matchup between the 5th seeded and AUS runners-up Cape Breton University Capers and the 4th seed Canada West champion Mount Royal Cougars. An East versus West matchup, the Cape Breton Capers from, well, as their name would suggest, finished as the top seed in the AUS for the 7th time in 10 seasons, but lost in the AUS finals in a stunning 3-2 comeback at the paws of the Dalhousie Tigers. The Capers, however, despite the loss, are not ones to go down easily, and victory at these championships is not a too distant memory, as many of these Caper players were on the U-Sports gold medal winning team 2 years ago in 2023. The Capers carry an overall record in 2025 of 10-2-2 into this tournament. And hailing from Calgary, Alberta, the Mount Royal University Cougars claimed their second ever Canada West banner and second in 3 seasons since joining U-Sports in 2012, are entering their 3rd straight men's soccer championship. They were knocked out in the quarterfinal last year by Montreal and by these Cape Breton Capers in a semifinal in 2023, but they have a chance this evening to write a new chapter in the Cougars' tale.
kind of just need to see people. Once your focus is set far. Remember what I said about the group stage, right? Nudge in, just keep the group. Yeah. I think you said we're zooming more the last game.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Yeah.
Bring them out,
Go one there.
Fans, today we wish to acknowledge this land on which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. Nous souhaitons reconnaître la terre sur laquelle l'Université de Toronto se trouve. Depuis des milliers d'années, elle a été le territoire traditionnel des Hurons-Wendat, des Seneca et des Mississaugas du Crédit. Aujourd'hui, ce lieu de rencontre abrite encore de nombreux peuples autochtones de l'île de la Tortue et nous sommes reconnaissants d'avoir l'opportunité de travailler sur cette terre. And now the starters for today's contest. First for the Cape Breton Capers, the captain, number 21, Joe Mack. The goalkeeper, number 1, Jack Harrington. Number 2, Max Petras. Number 4, Yostin Ferry. Number 6, Nicholas Schifrin. Number 8, Evan Cunningham. Number 9, Amadou Bayo. Number 10, Jamie Nicholson.
So as the PA announcer runs through the starting lineups here at Varsity Stadium, we'll step aside, but when we come back, it's the opening kickoff as the Cape Breton University Capers take on the Mount Royal Cougars in quarterfinal number 3. You're watching the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship live from Toronto.
Get the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
Dès l'année, territoire du Nord-Ouest. le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre avoine canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine, parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to Toronto and U Sports on CBC. It's time to meet the starting lineups. And let's start off with the number 5 seed Cape Breton University Capers. So in goal, it's one of the skippers of the Capers squad, Jack Harrington. Max Peepgrass, number 2. Number 4, Justin Ferry. Number 6, Nicholas Schifrin. Number 8, Evan Cunningham. Number 9, Amadou Bayo. Number 10, Jamie Nicholson. Number 11, Harvey Hughes. Number 18, Lillian Benjamin. Number 21, Joe Mack. And number 24, Andre Beecher. And for the Mount Royal University Cougars, starting in goal will be number 12, Sarge Strauss. Number 2, Hyunsu Ryu. Number 6, Alex Kemsley, the captain of the Mount Royal squad. Number 7, Josh Flaxman. Number 8, Skylar Rogers. Number 10, Jonathan Walter. Number 11, Finn Marshall. Number 13, Joseph Green. Number 20, Chanan Chanda. Number 25, Tim Bechtel. And number 26, Ruben Kudelka. So that will round out the starting 11 for both squads here in this quarterfinal number 3 between the Cape Breton Capers and the Mount Royal University Cougars. And some players to watch in this game for both sides. A lot of heavy hitters, but for the Cape Breton University Capers, so for the Capers, Max Peepgrass, number 2, one of the skippers of the Capers squad. This season had 9 games played with 5 goals and 3 assists for 8 points, and has had an outstanding career for the Capers, 42 games long, and that's not counting the postseason, 15 goals and 6 assists, and is the 2025 AUS MVP. And on the other side, number 20 for the MRC Cougars is Chanan Chanda. In his first year, played 14 games, 10 goals, 3 assists for 13 points in the Canada West postseason. Had a goal against Trinity Western, 2 goals against UVic, and a goal against UBC. And has collected many accolades in just his first season with the Mount Royal University Cougars. But the one of note, or one of many that I will note here, is that he is the U Sports Rookie of the Year. And Chanda and Peepgrass will, of course, start out on the pitch, part of the starting 11 for both squads. The Cape Breton University Capers, led by head coach Dina Morelli in his 11th season with the Capers, and the Royal Cougars, led by Ryan Gyaki in his 10th season with Mount Royal University. And we're underway in quarterfinal number 3, Cape Breton against Mount Royal here at Varsity Stadium. So that ball quickly out to touch, and it will be contested here along the near sideline. A scrum forms, and Flaxman trying to play it forward, and it'll be knocked back. So MRU going with a back 3 for now. Kudelka on our near flank. And now they'll switch to the far side. Walter comes back from the midfield as the Cougar play that ball long and up to the top of the 18-yard box. It's headed away. But still in possession are the Canada West champions, beating the UBC Thunderbirds for the second time in 3 seasons in the Canada West Prairie versus Pacific Finals. Through the midfield, here's Jonathan Walter. And it comes back to Kudelka. Now playing it up on the near side. A ball into the 18-yard box, and Tim Bechtel claiming that he was held on to a little bit there. And the throw-in will go the way of the Cougars. Into the midfield. Here's Walter. As the Cougars just content to start this game by feeling it out. We had a really hot start in the first quarterfinal game today. Dow went down early against the York Lions. A goal inside the first 3 minutes, and now the ball is given away here at the top of the 18-yard box. A chance for Rogers to advance it. And now Bechtel. Through the midfield, back to Ryu. And now playing catch with Flaxman. Backfield. Away by Harvey Hughes, but possession in the first few moments of this game, all to Mount Royal University. Ryu. Playing catch with Walter, but the throw-in will go the way of Max Peepgrass and the Cape Breton University Capers. Contested ball along the near side touchline, and the Capers do come up with it. Here's Joe Mack. Plays it back to Hughes, and they'll reset with Schifrin. Cougars back in possession. Lofted up by Strauss and cut down in the midfield. Joe Mack went down, but nothing called, but there it will be. Chance here for the Capers if they can take this free kick quickly. Peepgrass is told to wait up. So Max Peepgrass out of Calgary, Alberta, against his hometown university team, had 5 goals, 3 assists through the regular season, and has had a fantastic career for the Capers as that ball is through into the 18-yard box and is poked towards Strauss, and it doesn't bother him very much. And that's a 1 ball for the Capers. They'll look to take it quickly again. Harvey Hughes on the throw-in. Finds Bayo. Maju Bayo. Back to Beecher. Beecher under heavy pressure. Gets it back across to Schifrin. And that ball out to touch. Throw-in taken by Ryu again. And pushing up for that ball is Jamie Nicholson. He'll have it ricochet off of his knees, and Ryu will take the throw-in again. vocal support from both teams' faithfuls in attendance in Varsity Stadium stands. A lot of the players not dressed for the game are dressed warmly, sitting in the stands and making their presence known. Lifted over top of the head of Bio and punted forward. And looking for that ball was Evan Cunningham, but it's going to be called back on a foul against CBU. Join U Sports on CBC for wall-to-wall coverage of the beautiful game as the 8 best women's university teams are in Hamilton this week for U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. Catch every moment of the exciting action from McMaster University. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. Bio will rush onto this ball here along the left sideline. Bio trying to cut back into the middle. It'll find Mack. Joe Mack held on to a bit there by Bechtel, curls away from him. Mack back to Harvey Hughes. And that's some fancy footwork from Nicholas Schifrin. Mack can't get past Ryu, and Ryu able to keep the ball in along the touchline, and the Cougars will win the foul as Flaxman goes down, and a yellow card shown to Joe Mack, the 5th year playing in his hometown right now. One of Cape Breton's captains. Take another look at that. Challenged by Harvey Hughes, and then it was the words after the fact from Joe Mack. So the official showing that absolutely none of that dissension is going to fly in this quarterfinal game. Bio hustling up the near side, and Strauss playing sweeper-keeper will knock it coolly out to touch.
The referee has issued a yellow card caution to Cape Breton's number 21, Joe Mack, in the 8th minute. Car jaune aux Capers de Cape Breton au numéro 21, Joe Mack, dans la 8e minute.
Now contested ball, and here's Green. Plays that up into the midfield. Cut down by Justin Ferry. Ferry trying to spin with it in the midfield. It'll be brought all the way back to Hughes. And a long ball into the 18-yard box, and it's spilled. A chance here, and Strauss out of the top of the 18-yard box, had that knocked away from his hands. What a chance for Evan Cunningham, and he sent it towards the goal, but falling and on his left. It was more of a half chance, really, as he just curled it away from goal. It will, however, be a corner kick as it went off of a Cougar player, or pardon me, no, it is a throw-in. Peepgrass. Back to Beecher. Appeals from Chanda that ball escaped the touchline, but Schifrin apparently able to keep it in. And the Cougars in possession here, over the top of the head of Josh Flaxman. Schifrin saves the ball from going out to touch and even regains possession for the Capers. Beecher. And Joe Mack will reset with Harrington. Jack Harrington out of Ireland in his 2nd year of the Bachelor. Here's Joe Mack. Takes that ball off the touchline, plays it into the midfield. Nice run here from Evan Cunningham. And he'll bring that back. Mack chops it back. Here's Hughes. Hughes, a long ball into the 18-yard box. It's loose here. It comes to the near side. And cleared away from danger, and the referee will be bringing the call and the foul back to the 30-yard marker. CBC is your home for the Vanier Cup playoffs. Catch the 2025 UTEC and Mitchell Bulls next Saturday beginning at noon Eastern Time and the 60th Vanier Cup Championship game from Mosaic Stadium in Regina at 2 p.m. Eastern on November 22nd. Catch complete coverage of the Vanier Cup on CBC Television, CBC Gem, and cbcsports.ca. Use sports on CBC, where champions are made. So after that advantage played for the Cape Breton University Capers, the referee draws the foul back to just on the 30-yard line, and Max Peepgrass alongside Harvey Hughes will stand over top of the ball. A combined 12 goals this season between the two players. Peepgrass showing right, and he'll fire that in, looking for the back post. Lands at the top of the 6-yard box and chopped back. Chenda waits for it and is nearly dispossessed by Beecher. And now surging up the far flank is Green. Green making a run here from his defensive position and plays it into the midfield. And that attack snuffed out, but some good build-up of play from the back from the Mount Royal Cougars.
That's Goldstein for Ferry in the 14th. Substitution pour Cape Breton, numéro 5, Matteo Goldstein entre au jeu pour remplacer le numéro 4, Justin Ferry.
Along the far touchline, Green does well to wrap his left leg around Jamie Nicholson. Peepgrass plays that ball over the top. A chance to cross it in here. Cunningham down in the box, but back up to his feet now. Green stays with the CBU attack at the top of the 18-yard box. He's been a brick wall and has even produced a scoring chance for the Cougars in this first half. 15 minutes gone and still no score between the MRU Cougars and the CBU Capers. The Cape Breton University Capers, AUS champions 9 times, but their run from 2016 to 2022 got snuffed out by the St. FX X-Men, who up until this season were the reigning AUS champions. Dalhousie would steal that away from them this year, as CBU was up 2-0 against Dalhousie in the AUS finals, and then Dalhousie and Mo Wadden scored a hat-trick to come back and win the AUS title. Dalhousie earlier today, however, knocked back into the relegation round and into the consolation bracket after a tough 5-1 loss at the hands of the York Lions. And this corner faked to go quickly by Finn Marshall. And now lines up. Marshall low, and that's headed away from danger. Falls to the top of the 18 and Swit towards goal, and it's in! Off the foot of Jonathan Walter. 2 goals in the regular season for him, and he gets a big one to break the deadlock and make it 1-0 for the Cougars. As it was initially headed away from danger, Walter settles it, and that volley just really seemed to take Harrington by surprise. You see him look back after that. I don't think he even knew that shot was coming, or he thought it might have been sailing over top of the bar because it was a looping volley. But just glancing off the underside of the crossbar and over the goal line, and just like that, the Cougars out to a 1-0 lead. Jonathan Walter, named Canada West second team All-Star this year, and showing his stripes early in their U Sports campaign. The Mount Royal University Cougars have been in the U Sports Men's Soccer Championship 3 times. This their 3rd year, I should say, 2023, 2024, and then this year, but have yet to medal. And that's punted forward. Cut down by Harvey Hughes, and in the midfield on it is Finn Marshall, leaping past a tackle, and the ball is taken away from him. Ferry up the far side. Crossed in, and Green gets his head in the way. And it's out to touch for a Caper throw-in. Green watching closely as the Capers press here. Trying to find the tying goal in the game, but that's out to touch in the midfield. The 2 top teams in Canadian football descend on Mosaic Stadium in Regina for the 60th Vanier Cup, Saturday, November 22nd. Get your tickets for the party on the prairies by visiting usportstickets.ca. 2025 Vanier Cup on November 22nd in Regina. Chase the glory. A 1-0 lead here for the Mount Royal University Cougars. Off the foot of Jonathan Walter, the 4th year from Calgary, Alberta. Here's Hughes on the near side, overlapping with Joe Mack. A yellow card awarded to Joe Mack in this game earlier on in the first half. Schifrin sent through and into the 18-yard box. And the Capers unable to retain possession. As that ball is out to touch on the far sideline, it will be a throw-in. Jonathan Walter down to the turf after a bit of a tough collision. We'll take another look at it here as Peepgrass, ball first, but collides through as Mateo Goldstein is into the game for the Cape Breton University Capers. In his 5th year out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, 2 goals for 2 points throughout the 2025 campaign. And a big challenge on the far side of the pitch, and the player who was just down, Jonathan Walter, awarded a yellow card for his seemingly retaliatory challenge on Max Peepgrass. And Alex Kemsley, the skipper, in to have a word with the official, but that does just seem like a bit of a body check by Jonathan Walter.
The referee has issued
and immediately Max Peepgrass, hand to his face, and if his nose got caught in that, or don't want to speculate too much, but that looked like it could have definitely either knocked the wind out of him or really stunned him. So the Mount Royal University Cougars had quite an eventful playoff campaign. They went 3-0 and ended up as the Canada West champions, but they had to come back in every single game. This is the first time that they've led or gotten the first goal in a playoff game in the 2025 season against the Trinity Western Spartans on Friday, October the 24th in their quarterfinal. It was a 2-1 win, but the Spartans opened the scoring. And we'll get back to that in a few moments as we'll have a word from one of our sponsors. And in their semifinal, the Mount Royal Cougars ended the game a 3-3 draw against the Victoria Vikes, won 10-9 on penalty kicks. That game is an instant classic, as there were 4 goals in the first half, a stoppage time equalizer, and a goalkeeper penalty kick duel that went on in that semifinal against the Victoria Vikes. But it was the Vikes who opened the scoring in the 17th minute, but MRU able to respond again, and then on Saturday, November the 1st, in their final against the UBC Thunderbirds. UBC opened the scoring in the 5th minute, and it was Theo Afwerk. But once again, MRU would respond as we're back and underway here at Varsity Stadium. Chanan Chanda trying to rush onto the ball. Green will lump it out into the midfield. Ferry pushing up. Green trying to get loose on the far sideline, and it does head out to touch. Back into the midfield. Joel Mack is quickly converged upon. Great pressure here by the Cougars, spurred on by Flaxman. Schifrin will regather for the Capers, and now Mack again. Has Hughes on the near flank, and Hughes urging Joe Mack to move it up the pitch, but that's out to touch. Hughes. Trying to play into Bio. And Bio will be an option here again. Oh, beautiful moves as he breaks into the 18-yard box. Lillian Benjamin. Strauss back up through the midfield, and Joe Mack played up the near side, and ranging after the ball is Bio, but Kudelka will get there first, clear the danger. Now MRU in possession, but still pressured as CBU is desperately trying to find that tying goal, but they'll need to get some sustained pressure first and sustained possession of the ball. Here's Kudelka. Now Flaxman chips that through, trying to find Chanda. And a foul will be called that will go the way of the Capers. In the 27th minute of play, it's 1-0 for the Mount Royal University Cougars in this quarterfinal game. Peepgrass will reset to Beecher. And over to Ferry now. On the far side, Benjamin. And now into the midfield for Nicholson. Bio trying to shake off a couple of challenges. Bio trying to surge toward the top of the 18. loses control of the ball, and now the Cougars might have a chance back the other way. Great block by Schifrin to snuff out that initial counterattack, and then Chanan Chanda is called on the offside. Chanan Chanda, what an unbelievable start to his campaign in U Sports. In just his first year, was named to the Canada West second team All-Star team, the Canada West All-Rookie team. He was the Canada West Rookie of the Year, and as mentioned before, the the U Sports Rookie of the Year. So the ball back with Strauss, and he handled that a yard outside of his penalty area, but I guess we're not being too strict on that. Bechtel. And now Walter. And it'll be played back to Harrington. Oh, loose moments in front of the net by Schifrin, but he does escape that and clears it up further. But it will be called back, and a free kick will go the way of the Cougars at around the 30-yard marker, so just within striking distance. As Jack Harrington sets his wall. So just a bit further back than initially I thought it was going to be. So only a one-player wall. As Jonathan Walter stands over top of it. He'll chip this one into the 18-yard box. Harrington out to claim it. It's spilled as he collided with Chanda. Oh, pardon me, colliding with Josh Flaxman, but Flaxman called on the foul. It will go the way of the Capers. We take another look at that here. Out to claim it, and nearly claimed his own man as the ball got spilled. Now Green back on it for the Cougars. Oh, a pass just in behind Ryu, where we would have had a lot of room to run into there if it was played into him in stride. And now the Capers back on the ball here, surging forward. Bit of a shove in the back, but advantage played through. Controlling on the far sideline. And that pass is out to touch. It will be taken by Matteo Goldstein. Oh, parried away from danger by Strauss, but still a chance here for the Capers, but the Cougars back the other way. Ryu cutting back as he's watched by Mack, and now the long ball through the Chanda, and Schifrin. That is a savvy play right there. Only in his second year, but that was a veteran move against the rookie goal scorer. Long throw in, looking to find Chanda, is headed back by Flaxman. And the free kick, the throw-in will go to the Cougars. And we'll step aside now for a word from one of our sponsors.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
Just over half an hour gone in this first half. It's a 1-0 lead for the Mount Royal University Cougars over the Cape Breton University Capers. both vying for a chance to advance into the semifinals. Now up on the near sideline. Bayo chops that through. Great defensive work at the top of the 18-yard box by Lowndes. Oh, pardon me, by Bechtel. Here's Ryu. As Walter plays through the midfield. Jomak on it now as the Capers press here. A ball to the back post that was flicked along by Jamie Nicholson. And it will be a goal kick for Sarge Strauss out of Stockelsdorf, Germany, the health and physical education major. In 14 games played for his side this season, allowed 13 goals against and a sparkling record of 8-1-5. That's 6 shutouts on the season and 3-0 in the Canada West postseason for Sarge Strauss. And now a big battle for the ball here in the midfield, and it will go the way of the Cougars. Oh, and a big bump from Kudelka into the back of Bayo. So we take another look at that lock of legs between Jamie Nicholson and Josh Flaxman. Hughes, and that's given away a chance here towards goal. And that is snuffed out by Harrington. And that's given away again. And a chance for the Cougars. As CBU perhaps being a little bit loose at the back right now. Now pushing up on the far side is Green all the way back from his left back spot. Green goes short to Chanda. Still going here, worked over by Goldstein to the top of the 18. And it's knocked out to the midfield, and then on his way back, Green commits a foul. Evan Cunningham to the deck. Goldstein will go short. And the Capers up the far side. Have Bayo in the middle. As it bounces once in play, but will go out for a corner kick. And in the AUS, U Sports in general, but AUS in particular, corner kicks are just so deadly and are always glorious goal-scoring opportunities. So Harvey Hughes, the left footer, will look to swing this ball in. As Beecher parks himself right in front of the goalkeeper, Strauss. The ball to the back post, and that will sail past everybody and head out for a goal kick. And Strauss will get us back underway. As that is punted up into the midfield and knocked forward by Nicholson. As it tracks back, Hughes has to be careful. Ryu knocks that forward, chested down by Chanda. Here's Green. Swings that into the middle of the pitch, and it's chopped back by Bechtel. Headed along, but it'll be shielded. Jack Harrington spills it, though, but able to regather it up as Shannon Chanda was on the doorstep, and the absolute last person that you want to see come bearing down on you if you're a goalkeeper and you've misplayed the ball. But escaping danger this time. Schifrin plays it up into the midfield, but that's a loose touch by Cunningham. So we take another look at that challenge there. Oh. Between Johan Hebert and the game now for the Cape Breton University Capers. That's lofted forward by Nicholson. And will it go out for a corner kick? It just escapes that dangerous possibility. As that clearing attempt was well off the mark, so it will be a throw in here for the Cape Breton University Capers deep in their attacking third. Harvey Hughes on the ball. Likes to go short and then plays through to himself into the 18-yard box. Hughes along the deck. Loose ball at the top, and it's found by Skylar Rogers and sent down the length of the pitch. Ryu being told to leave that ball, and he does. It's a throw-in for the Cougars. And a lot of vocal Cape Breton University Caper supporters in the stands here at Varsity Stadium. But Kadelka will reset with Strauss as we near the end of our first half. 40 minutes gone in this contest as Green moves it up the pitch, looking for Chanda. Chanda waits, turns with the ball, but Harvey Hughes is able to get to it first and clears it back down the pitch. And we'll step aside now for another word from our sponsors.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
So Strauss gets us back underway. A long ball looking to connect with Chanda. And that's headed down, and now Bechtel lays that off for Ryu. Ryu trying to take an outside lane here, and he does, away from Joe Mack. Ryu still going along the goal line, plays it into the 18-yard box, and it's cleared away, and the corner kick is saved as it's lumped up the near side of the pitch. Kadelka will leave that for Ryu. The Calgary, Alberta native and the business major. Played last for the Calgary Rangers in League One in Ontario. Had a goal through his 14 games played this year. And the man of choice for Ryan Gackey's squad to take most of the throw-ins, at least along the near side flank. Chanda plays it back to Bechtel. Now Green. And the Cougars doing an excellent job in this game of maintaining possession. I don't know what the numbers are, but they're going to have to heavily favor the Mount Royal Cougars because Cape Breton, they've had spells throughout the game, but they've had absolutely no sustained time with the ball. They'll win a throw in here, but the Cougars, one up in this game, should feel no reason to press or risk anything or have any presses that risk a counterattack from the Cape Breton Capers with numbers back. And that shielding attempt will result in a goal kick. Excellent work at the back from Ryu and Josh Flaxman. Strauss will get us back underway. No illusions of playing short, however. And we'll swing that up into the midfield. Headed along by Schifrin. Here's Green. Trying to find Bechtel. Walter. Up through the midfield. Oh, beautiful one-touch passing there. And now Green's away on the far flank. Green into the 18-yard box. Cuts it back as he's watched closely. Green still going, takes a tumble, goes down, and so does the Cape Breton player. And the free kick will be awarded to CBU, but Joseph Green still down along the turf. He was in a battle with Andre Breacher. Beecher out of Brampton, Ontario, and Joseph Green out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. So Green still down after that collision. And so we'll definitely have some time added on here as we hit the 45-minute mark. Green is helped off the pitch.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 4 minutes.
We're going to have at least 4 minutes of time added on at the end of this first half. So Green, if he's evaluated and cleared, might be able to even rejoin the play before the half comes to an end. That long free kick is chopped down, unable to be controlled by Evan Cunningham. And it's out along the far touchline. Chanda will leave that, and Green will come up and take it. So back into the game. Green into the 18-yard box, surging here. The Cougars, a strike towards goal at the near post, and Harrington had to collapse to make the save. Gets a thank you from Schifrin as Harrington tries to invigorate his troops after making that stop. Off the left foot of Skylar Rogers. It will be a corner kick here for the Cougars, and Finn Marshall delivers low and hard to the front post. Punched away by Harrington. And now out to the top of the 18-yard box. The attack still on before it's sent out. And finds the track. For a moment, I thought that might have cleared the fence. But it was a trick of the light. A look at head coach of the Cape Breton University Capers, Dino Morelli, in that final game against the Dalhousie Tigers, the AUS final. As his team headed to the locker room up by 2 goals, the AUS TV broadcast pulled him aside for an interview. And in that interview, even though his team was up by 2, he said, well, I felt like that we became a bit unraveled at the end of the first half, and that we have to get back to our winning ways and playing the right way when we start the second half. Well, that turned out to be quite an omen from the head coach of the Capers, because they gave up 3 goals straight to lose the AUS final to Dalhousie. Peepgrass will play that back. Schifrin over the top, connecting with Harvey Hughes. Hughes whips that ball in. Comes back to Schifrin, brings it down. Has options in the middle, swings it into the top of the 18. It'll fall here. Benjamin fires! And that is past the far side. So crisis averted there. And at that last kick of the half, the whistle sounds. And after 45 minutes of play, it is the Mount Royal University Cougars heading to the dressing room with a 1-0 lead over the Cape Breton University Capers. So after the break, it's the U Sports halftime report, where we'll spend time with Matteo Goldstein of the Cape Breton University Capers and Jonathan Walter of the Mount Royal University Cougars. The score at the end of the first half is 1-0 in favor of the Cougars over the Capers. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Of pushing yourself further than ever before.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Delaney, Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe, no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Unbelievable! History has repeated itself!
Get the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Thirsty? With 5 essential electrolytes and 0 sugar, BioSteel is the game changer you've been looking for. All of the good stuff with no extras and no gimmicks. Just clean, healthy hydration. Trusted by pro athletes since 2009. Steel sharpens steel.
Just won yourself a prize from U Sports. Thanks for playing.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC. I'm Desmond Thomas. After 45 minutes of play, It's the Mount Royal University Cougars leading the Cape Breton Capers by a score of 1-0. The goal coming from the number 10, Jonathan Walter. And now it's time to spend 2 minutes with Matteo Goldstein of the Cape Breton University Capers.
Proud to be the official performance.
Hi, I'm Matteo Goldstein. I'm a 5th year from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm in the Bachelor of Education program. I started in soccer, I think it was through the Timbits program back home. And from there I've fallen in love with it. So every step of the way I've enjoyed it and I've kept rising. I'd say I'm a technical player. I like to get on the ball and make passes when I can. Not afraid of a challenge, and I like to work hard for the team. Just be part of the team and to fight for each other. I think representing something that's bigger than you is always something that people want to do, and I think being successful is striving to be bigger than the team. The person I look up to the most would probably be my mom. She's a super great role model for me and somebody I love very much, and yeah, just trying to be more like her every day. My teammates have helped me become a better player person just by pushing me every day. I think if we can all strive to be better each day and have others push you, then that's all you can ask for. I think everybody living on campus together really helps, and having just a really tight-knit group that fights for each other, loves each other, and you know, is just willing to put everything on the line is everything. My greatest accomplishment in soccer would probably be winning the national gold in 2023 back at home. It was a great experience and one that I look back on very fondly. Yeah, it's a great privilege. I'm super lucky to do it, and it's something that I don't take for granted for sure. It's challenging at times, but it's something that is super great and something I love very much. Something I'm looking forward to this weekend is just getting on the pitch. It's a lovely pitch. It's the CN Tower's right there, and it's super nice, and I'm really excited to get on the field with all the guys.
The Mount Royal Cougars lead the Cape Breton University Capers 1-0 after the first half. When we come back, we'll meet Jonathan Walter of the Mount Royal University Cougars.
Le sport en direct sur icitout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles. Des athlètes de grand talent, des sports de haut niveau. Tout ça sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est simple et gratuit sur icitout.tv.
Délaney, territoire du Nord-Ouest. Le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre avoine canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine, parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Elle revient toujours. Impossible de t'en débarrasser. Nicotine. Si elle entre dans ta vie, elle ne te lâche plus. Même consommée occasionnellement, la nicotine peut provoquer une dépendance.
When we come back, a look back at the first half of today's game with highlights, stats, and more. You're watching U Sports on CBC. And now let's spend
Hi, my name is Jonathan
a
Walter.
couple of minutes with Jonathan Walter.
Mount Royal Cougars, and I am studying general management. I got started soccer quite young. My dad's German, my mom's from El Salvador, so I just grew up with the sport, watching it, and started at a young age in Calgary. My style of play is very technical. I like the ball. I like to find pockets, get the ball as much as possible, and dictate the game from there. I think success for me is just finding out in life what your purpose is. Someone I always looked up to is my older brother. I used to play pretty high-level soccer, and he's a humble guy, and I always look up to him. My teammates have helped me become a better player by pushing me every day, humbling me on the field or whatever it is, but that constant push and drive just to win some trophies. I mean, we've had lots of ups and downs, but I think our captain has been really, humbling and just pushing. We struggled here and there at the beginning of the season, and I think we found our DNA by just working harder than others, wanting it more. My greatest accomplishment would either be raising the Canada West banner and the trophy, and probably signing my first professional contract in Germany. I think it's a worldwide sport, and it's just starting to grow more and more here. I think the professional league has helped a lot of university players get into that life. More players from around the world coming to Canada now to play. So I think it's just giving more opportunity for the sport to grow.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
U Sports on CBC, presented by Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Veriburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, a par and by BioSteel.
Was a 5-1 win for the York Lions over the Dallas Tigers. In the early game, the Caravane de Montréal knocked the UBC Thunderbirds down 2-1. That one just prior to this game. And then coming up at the conclusion of this contest, it's the University of Toronto Varsity Blues.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC, and we'll take a look here at the championship seedings. The Toronto Varsity Blues, Their game coming up next against the UQTR Patriots are ranked at number 1 in the tournament. The Cape de Montreal, number 2 seed, the Dalhousie Tigers, who dropped a 5-1 loss against York earlier in this day. At the number 3 seed, Mount Royal at the number 4 seed, and then 5 through 8, Cape Breton, York, UBC, and UQTR ranked so that the matchups are avoided as conference. So we'll take a look at some of the highlights from the first half of today's match. And the lone goal in the game was a wonderful strike from Jonathan Walter off the bar and down that really seemed to take Jack Harrington by surprise. And Harrington forced to make quite a few saves in that first half. That crack from Josh Flaxman. And then it was good one-touch passing build-up from the Capers along the deck, and then forcing Strauss to make a good parry save to knock that away from the back post. And then Harrington again, another one of his many saves from that first half, stopping the ball at his near post. As the teams will head back out onto the field. The lone goal in the 17th minute of play from Jonathan Walter, the 4th year out of Calgary, Alberta. Played last for the Calgary Rangers in League One and had 3 points through 15 games in this 2025 season, 2 goals and 1 assist. So the Cape Breton University Capers are not far removed from their gold medal championship winning tournament in 2023. And have totaled 7 medals at U Sports. Bronze in 2011, 2019, and 2021. Silver in 2012 and 2018. And their other gold medal was in 2017. And for Mount Royal, this is their 3rd year that they've been in the U Sport men's soccer playoffs. And their 3rd year in a row, and have yet to medal in the tournament. But they have a big chance here to move on to the semifinal round. They were knocked out in the semifinals by the Cape Breton University Capers in 2023 on the way to the Capers gold medal win. And we are back and underway in the second half. The Cougars leading the Capers by a goal. We will get substitution information to you as soon as it becomes apparent. And along the near side touchline, Jocelyn Ferry. We'll get a better look at him here along the TV side. As that's played off the back of the boot of Evan Cunningham. And sent forward by Bechtel. In the midfield, the Capers try to move it up the pitch. Here's Bio surging after that.
Johnston Ferry on in place of number 5, Mateo Goldstein. That's Ferry for Goldstein at the half.
So at the half, Ferry came back in as he was subbed out for Goldstein throughout the first half. So Goldstein out and Ferry back in. As that's headed back by Chanda. Caught up in the midfield, Walter. The lone goal in this game, proving to be the difference maker so far. And that ball played up along the far side, overlapping is Ryu. Now chopped back to Flaxman. And it will be a throw-in for the Cougars. Off that throw-in. Ryu gets it back, plays it into the midfield. Walter nearly got that taken away from him, and now it's all the way back with Strauss. Green will be called on the foul there as he takes down Cunningham, or perhaps it might just result in a throw-in, yes. So just a throw-in. And it will be taken long by Ferry into the 18-yard box. Held up by Beecher. Oh, and that's an excellent tackle by Green. Ball out to touch. Another throw-in for CBU. And that's out to touch again, but this time it will go back to MRU. And Green will take it. We'll get a much better look at Green on the near side here in this second half. And what a first half he had for the Cougars. Just non-stop up and down the left sideline. Knocked forward by Ryu. As the Cougars now seem to be playing more of a back four than they were in the first half, as it looked to be more of a back three. But at least on that occasion, Hunsu Ryu dropping back into the back line. As in the first half, he was playing a more midfield role. So a free kick here for CBU, lining up over it is Peepgrass and Harvey Hughes. The referee having a conversation with a couple of players jostling for position at the top of the 18-yard box. Tim Bechtel, one of them. And that free kick from CBU is immediately taken away, and now the Cougars back up the pitch with numbers here if they hurry. And chopping that ball back was Skylar Rogers. And Obayo up top. And it will come back to Strauss. Ryu. Resets with Kudelka. And Beecher plays that up through the middle of the pitch. And that will head out to touch. And it will be a throw-in for the Cougars. Cougars led by Ryan Gyacki, and has been with the team since 2014 when he joined as an assistant coach. Since then has led the team to 5 Canada West medals, bronze twice, silver once, and gold twice in 2023 and this year in 2025. Here's Peepgrass in the midfield. Brings it back to Ferry. And Green, good challenge there. As Johan Hebert had to sort of reach back for that ball as it was a bit behind him. And Green read that very well. Now Bayo plays that back to Beecher. And now Ferry on the near side. Beecher will switch the field. Schifrin through the middle. Bayo trying to get onto this long ball, and he has to skip over Strauss, who came out to claim it. Strauss again past the 18-yard box line by the time the ball comes out of his hand, but we aren't being too stringent on that today. Headed forward. And a foul called here on Evan Cunningham. Join U Sports on CBC for wall-to-wall coverage of the beautiful game as the 8 best women's university teams are in Hamilton this week for the U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. Catch every moment of the exciting action from McMaster University. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. And now that ball is played through into the 18-yard box. Chanda, oh, what a finish! But the offside flag is raised. Oh, that would have been glorious for Josh Flaxman, but it counts for nothing. And now Chanda trying to get through. That's knocked away by Schifrin. And a foul called in favor of Cape Breton as Hughes goes down. Take another look at that last chance. What an acrobatic finish by Josh Flaxman. Thought he had put his team up 2-0, but it was called back on the offside. And now through the midfield. Green trying to get onto it. Marshall in stride now. Leaves it for Schuyler. Rogers, and now Green tries to play that to the back post. That's sent forward by Harvey Hughes. And it goes out to touch. It will be a Caper throw-in. Ferry will reset with Beecher, and they'll switch the field again to Schifrin. Schifrin, a long ball up the far side of the pitch. And that will roll out to touch, and it will be a goal kick. So the Cape Breton University Capers 9-1-2 in the regular season in the AUS. Finished first with 29 points and have 9 AUS championships under their belt. And under Dino Morelli, who is a 3-time AUS Coach of the Year, 2014, 2017, 2018, and a 2-time U Sports Coach of the Year as well in 2017 and in 2018. Didn't qualify for nationals last year after a shocking upset, 4-1 loss to St. FX in the AUS finals in 2024. But are back in the tournament now, but are down by a goal in the quarterfinals against MRU. And that's a lovely ball play through. A chance to equalize here! Amadou Bayo slots it into the bottom right corner. And it's a 1-1 game. A second half equalizer. And the Capers are level. A look at the CBU faithful in attendance. Peepgrass playing that lovely ball through, and Bayo. A clinical finish. Past the outstretched Strauss. And we are all knotted up at 1 in the 57th minute of play. Strauss, that clearing attempt doesn't go as far as he wanted it to. And CBU invigorated here. We'll see if it can go to their legs. But a foul called here around the 40-yard marker. And it will be brought back the other way. Lifted forward. Finn Marshall can't get to it. Now Joe Mack trying to turn on the Jets over on the far side, and Ryu takes the ball away from him. It's out to touch. It'll be another throw-in.
Cape Breton Capers goal scored by number 9, Amadou Bayo.
Oh, what a tackle from Beecher as Finn Marshall went head over heels.
Bayo from Peterborough, time of the Capers goal to 56 6th minute.
We'll take another look at that here as Jonathan Walker is incensed, but that was clean as you like. As Beecher, left foot, all ball. And Finn Marshall up and over. CBC is your home for the Vanier Cup playoffs. Catch the 2025 UTEC and Mitchell Bowls next Saturday, beginning at noon Eastern Time, and the 60th Vanier Cup Championship game from Mosaic Stadium in Regina at 2 p.m. Eastern on November 22nd. Catch complete coverage of the Vanier Cup on CBC Television, CBC Gem, and CBCSports.ca. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. And MRU back in possession here as they'll reset with Strauss. Green on the near side as that ball is played up. Chanda pressing, thought he got fouled, and no call from the official. Now up on the near side, pushing forward. Here's Evan Cunningham, but the ball will roll back to Strauss. Green. Marshall back to Green. And they'll reset with Strauss. Once again, that clearing attempt chopped down by a Caper first, and now it's held on to at the top of the 18. And that strike goes off of Ryu, and Strauss able to save the corner. And now the official heading over to the CBU bench and issuing a yellow card to Dino Morelli. So perhaps some words being exchanged by Dino Morelli in the direction of the official. And it will be a throw-in.
The referee has issued a yellow card caution to Cape Breton head coach Dino Morley in the 60th minute. That's a yellow card caution to Morley in the 60th.
And as that ball finds the touchline, it will be a throw-in for MRU. Good look at Dino Morelli there. On a caution now for the Capers, who have just knotted this game up at 1, and now we're pressing here again. Ball loose in the 18-yard box, and Strauss out to claim it. Half an hour until full time. Still a lot of time left in this quarterfinal matchup. The Cape Breton University Capers, the runners-up in the AUS, up against the Canada West champions. Beecher knocks that forward. Green fights off a challenge and now through. Here's Walter. Marshall, rather. Marshall trying to win that ball back in the midfield, is taken down, and he'll draw the foul at the 45-yard line. And another substitution upcoming here for the Cougars. And Joe Mack displeased, but definitely a foul. So Luca Paddock will come into this game and will get the crack at this free kick as Jonathan Walker heads off. Ball tick into the 18-yard box, and that's knocked away. There's Beecher. And now Schifrin plays that forward. It's headed away, and it's out to touch. MRU still in possession here as Green has to hustle over to the near flank. He does keep the ball in play. Green back into the midfield. And that is punted forward. Strauss plays sweeper keeper, shades of Manuel Neuer there, but his header is an accurate one and it's out to touch, but now a chance for CBU in the attacking third. Harvey Hughes on the throw-in. The two top teams in Canadian football descend on Mosaic Stadium in Regina for the 60th Vanier Cup, Saturday, November 22nd. Get your tickets for the party on the prairies by visiting usportstickets.ca. The 2025 Vanier Cup on November 22nd in Regina. Chase the glory. And that strike towards goal just whistles over top of the bar. And it will be a goal kick for Strauss. Strauss. Up through the midfield. Chunda on it now. Oh, MRU would love if he could get loose just in and around the 18-yard box, but especially Chunda is so dangerous off of crosses into the box. Scored quite a few headers in the Canada West playoffs off of crosses. And Harrington gathering that ball up after it appeared that Ferry played it back to him. Harrington lofts that up the middle of the pitch, and it will be a foul called, and a chance for the Capers here. A free kick in a pretty well threatening position. As I believe that's Alex Kemsley who is the Cougar called on the foul. But it will be Peepgrass to stand over the ball alongside Ferry. Peepgrass takes it right into the wall. That stood firm and did their job. The attack still on here, and blocking that shot was Josh Flaxman. Long throw in taken quickly. Here's Bayo. Has the equalizing goal in this game. Came around the 56th minute of play. Off the lovely finish into the bottom corner. Harvey Hughes urging his troops to all amass in the 18-yard box. So a long bomb coming here. Harvey Hughes into the fray. Skips back to the top of the 18-yard box. A volley attempt is blocked from Peepgrass, and Peepgrass goes down, but he is called on the foul against Chunda. Now long ball played up the near sideline. On it is Luka Paddock. Tried to drop that back to Green, and Green will be called on the foul. Harrington will take the free kick. As the CBU faithful in attendance, extremely vocal as they often are at any sporting event. showing their school pride. And that ball to the far side, Bio against Ryu, and Bio won't be able to save that from going out to touch. 67 minutes gone here in the second half, and in this game, it's a 1-1 draw between the Cape Breton University Capers and the Mount Royal University Cougars. As heading out will be Finn Marshall. And a substitution for the Cougars. As there is a Caper player along the deck right now getting tended to by the athletic therapist. Jamie Nicholson, the one heading off. Met by Dino Morley.
Substitution for Mount Royal in the 68th minute, entering the match, number 19, Clement Gua. On in place of number 11, Finn Marshall. That's Gua.
So Clement Gua
time of the Cougars substitutions
into the game for MRU. Number 19. And we're back underway. Nearing the 70th minute of play. A long ball played up, looking to connect with Flaxman. Beecher plays that forward as he was looking to find Cunningham. Bechtel chops it back, and Kudelka lofts that forward, loose at the top of the box, and Harrington had to be sharp, but a routine claim for him. And now Shanan Chanda watching the proceedings very closely, itching to get involved on the score sheet, I'm sure. Up the far flank. Trying to turn was Harvey Hughes. Now that ball played in, top of the 6, chopped away from danger by Bechtel. Sent right back in, headed away by Bechtel again. And now lumped down the pitch. And Beecher will watch that back as Harrington plays it forward again, right to Green. And Green has Flaxman on the near side. Flaxman takes over, tries to drive wide. Head up, tries to go through the legs of Ferry. He'll have none of that, and then Ferry's all wrapped up. And it will be a free kick to go the way of the Capers. Flaxman protesting, but no real side of his argument.
Substitution for Cape Breton in the 71st minute. Now entering the match, re-entering the match, number 5, Matteo Goldstein, on in place of number 16, Yoann Hebert.
So Matteo Goldstein coming back into the game for the Capers, and we'll now hear from one of our sponsors. On the far side of the pitch, Paddock loses control of the ball, and Bio switches the field. Goldstein. Ferry, and nervous moments there for Beecher. As Beecher had a word with Ferry after the fact, as Chanan Chanda nearly stole that away from Beecher. And now a long ball played through to the far side. Benjamin. Rather Nicholson. Played to the top of the 18. The attack still on here for the Capers. As that goes off of Goldstein. And it will be A throw in for the Cougars, but deep inside their own half, so the Capers a good chance to keep applying pressure here to keep the Cougars pinned down low. Paddock tries to lift that forward. It's taken back by Peepgrass. Peepgrass tries to switch the field. That was chopped down. And Flaxman unable to save the ball from heading out to touch. Justin Ferry. Long ball into the 18-yard box, looking to connect with Cunningham. Peepgrass knocks that forward. Bechtel along the near touch line, ran into a wall of orange. Had nowhere to go. Green can't save it, and it's out to touch for another Capers throw-in. 73 minutes gone here at Varsity Stadium. It's a 1-1 tie between the Cape Breton Capers and the Mount Royal Cougars. Stepping up to win that ball back is Joe Mack. And now Beecher tried to switch it right off the rumpus of Chanan Chanda. And it's out to touch again. Ferry looking to take it quickly. Will take his yards. And lofts that in. Justin Ferry pressured on the near sideline by Flaxman, number 7. A couple of jersey tugs in there. Goldstein doing good work along the near touchline, and another throw in for the Capers. Same spot. They haven't really been able to advance it any further from that. Now they'll try to switch the field, and it's picked off. Just as quickly, possession regained by the Capers. And Bayou can't get to that ball. It's played up the near side. Ferry ranges back for it. It takes a shove, and yeah. Clement. And that shove from Gray is definitely a bit too overzealous. Up along the far side. Caper down along the far flank. And that is Amadou Bayo. Game tying goal in the 56th minute. Take another look at what happened here. As Bayo not entirely sure if there was any contact, but nonetheless, we'll step aside and hear from one of our sponsors.
The referee has issued a yellow card.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
So the official, clearly a better angle on it than us up here. Clement Gua, number 19 for the Mount Royal University Cougars, issued a yellow card for that infraction. And it's a free kick here for the Capers, right on the 40-yard line, and a scrum will form on the 30. Peepgrass over the ball, plays short, and that's a nice ball too, swung in to the near post, and that goes past Beecher, who's pushed all the way up the pitch. All one in the midfields by the Capers, and they'll concede a throw in, however, as Ryu will step up. That's headed back by Bayo and lofted forward again by Godelka. Played over the top, and a chance here for Chanda, but it skips once before Harrington's able to claim it. Green. Great job to win that ball back away from Goldstein. And now Bechtel. Back to Green, some fancy footwork here, but he's all wrapped up from Goldstein. Beecher will knock that forward. Peepgrass. Oh! Lets that go through his legs. Some miscommunication between Joe Mack, Peepgrass. And here's Green. Knocked away by Bayou and played into the midfield. Maybe some room here, but Nicholson ran right into Bechtel. Good switch of the field here from the MRU Cougars here. And a ball to the back post, and Chanda unable to get to it. What a service from Flaxman. But knocked away from danger in the nick of time. Green will take this throw in quickly. Gets it right back. A nice pass out. Here's Bechtel. Lofts that into the top of the box. Chanda holds. Tries to fire it off the volley. And it was knocked away from him before he was knocked down. Sent back in and then cleared away from danger. Pushing up the pitch are the Capers now after weathering that storm. Schifrin knocks that forward, and that will be a call won by the Capers. Conversation with Flaxman from the official. And a good chance here for CBU in the 80th minute of play to try to sweep this ball in. Peepgrass lines up over it. Everybody lining up at the top of the box. Peepgrass, 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points in the regular season. Swings it in. Bounces around a couple of times before it's able to be cleared out. Chanda, great run up the near side, or far side, I should say. But it's knocked away from him and out to touch. But quite a few yards gained for the Cougars. Ryu will take the throw in. And the referee's assistant flagging there on the far side. The ball does escape the touchline. It will be a throw in. Or rather, a free kick just along the touchline. So a substitution coming for CBU.
Substitution for Cape Breton in the 82nd minute. Now into the match, number 19, Nikolai Schurenbrand, on in place of number 8, Evan Cunningham. That's Schurenbrand for Cunningham. Time of the Capers substitution, the 82nd minute.
So Jack Harrington getting his laces tied. And in the 83rd minute of play, Harrington will get us back underway. We're still deadlocked at 1 through this quarterfinal. Chipped forward and now cut off on the near side, but Goldstein unable to save it from going out. Sent forward looking for Bio. Oh! And Paddock definitely is called on the foul there on Joe Mack. And this time it will go the way of the MRU Cougars. As Clement Goy is taken down along the far touchline. So Strauss will get us back underway. Just under 7 minutes separate us from the full 90 and any added time and then extra time after that. Throw in taken quickly by the Capers and lofted up into the middle of the pitch. Bio lurking, but unable to get onto it, but that pass from Green does work out. Oh, what a run here. Josh Flaxman up the near side. Flaxman, a couple of step overs, pass to the top of the box, and it's in. It's Chanan Chanda again from inside the 6-yard box, and it's 2-1 for the Cougars with 6 minutes to go. Take a look at this run up the near side from Josh Flaxman. Started earlier than this, but what a ball into the middle of the 6-yard box, and Chanda sprawling out inside of the left boot. Able to knock it over the goal line past Jack Harrington. And it's 2-1 now. And now CBU really has their work cut out for them. They've been able to tie it once. Do they have it in them to do it a second time? Here's Goy.
Flaxman, that's Chanda from Flaxman. Time of the Mount Royal goal, 84th minute.
Joe Mack. Now Beecher, and it'll be time very soon to send all the troops up the pitch. And after that free kick, we'll step aside for a word from one of our sponsors.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Lofted to the top of the 18-yard box. Bio trying to get a foot on it. Up there. Knocked forward by Beecher. And then nearly a chance for Ferry as he's taken down. So is Peepgrass, and now the Cougars back the other way.
Substitution for Mount Royal in the 87th minute. Now
Bechtel
number 18, Felix Liebig,
up the far touchline.
Number 9, Luca Paddock. That's
As Felix Liebig in the game for the MRU Cougars, threatening here again, trying to find their third of the game. That was blocked in front. It comes back to Green. Lofted forward, Chanda on the near side, but he's offside. Can't believe it. And then a bit of gamesmanship there from him. Under 3 minutes remaining in regulation time. Steaming after that is the man who assisted on Chanda's goal, Josh Flaxman. Green, excellent work to step up again. Takes that away from Goldstein. Green again. Gives that away to Bio though, but Green, excellent work. Sweeps that away. Joseph Green in his first year out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Playing like a veteran right now. That ball out along the far touchline, and we'll get another substitution. UBC making a couple here. Into the game, or back in I should say, is Evan Cunningham. For Dino Morley's squad, and Johan Hebert back into the game as well. And on the far side, CBU pressing here, and that's sent out to touch. Kudelka got his foot to it, and it's now out for a corner kick. And it's a big moment here for CBU. Peepgrass, the man to take the corner. Right foot, he'll look to curl this ball in. Peepgrass, low to the front post, and it bounces around. A couple chances to crack at it is for Bio, and it's taken away from him, and now Shanan Chanda up the near side. Harrington has to retreat, and Chanda's ball will find Harrington. And Harrington doesn't get what he wanted on that clearing attempt. Pops right up into the midfield, and it's going to be a foul called against Jostin Ferry. Bayou gathers the ball up and basically places it at the feet of Josh Flaxman.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 4 minutes added.
So we've hit the 90-minute mark here at Varsity Stadium. There will be a minimum of 4 minutes of added time in this contest. CBU down by a goal here in this quarterfinal. And now surging towards, but Green, another fantastic defensive play. Knocks that ball out to touch. It will be another corner kick for the Capers in stoppage time. Harvey Hughes, the second year out of Southampton, Hampshire. Plays that to the back post. Goes past everyone. And out for a goal kick. And another substitution in for the Cougars.
Substitution for Mount Royal in the 90th minute. Now entering the match, number 21, Kwesi Otang.
So Kwasi Otang Frimpong will come into the game, number 21 for MRU, and Chanan Chanda, the U-Sport Rookie of the Year, will head off after scoring what could be the goal that sends his team through to the semifinal. Strauss plays that long ball up. And fresh off the bench. What a run to start it off by Otang Frimpong. And a foul called on the near side that is won by Jostin Ferry. Take another look at that. Here's Ferry in a battle there with Flaxman, and I don't know. It looked like Ferry got his arm up in Flaxman's face, but nonetheless, and now a yellow card as well being shown.
The referee has issued a yellow card caution to Mount Royal head coach Ryan Gayaki.
To Mount Royal head coach Ryan Gayaki. So now both head coaches in the game are on cautions. As into the game is Finn Marshall.
Substitution for Mount Royal in the 90th minute. Now re-entering the match, number 11, Finn Marshall. On
Harrington
number 7, Josh Flaxman.
plays that long ball through. Only a few moments remaining in this contest. CBU looking for the tying goal. And Beecher went down to the top of the 18-yard box. And I don't believe the foul was called, but a scrum forming near the spot. But Beecher has to head off the field because the athletic therapist stepped on the field. Beecher has to head off, but will be able to regain the play at the next stoppage. But now, trying to claw back into this game, the Capers will be down to 10 men for now. And there's only a couple seconds of added time remaining. Back underway. Lofted forward. Oteng Frimpong off the bench, full of energy. Settled down by Goy. Now Oteng Frimpong again. Oteng Frimpong shielding the ball out of the corner. And it does come out, and the Cougars still in possession. And this is exactly where they want to be right now. So the throw in to the Cougars as they will retain possession. Oteng Frimpong called on a foul here, and a yellow card being shown to Max Peepgrass for his challenge on Oteng Frimpong. And once again, this is exactly where MRU wants to be and exactly where CBU does not want to be. Down 2-1 in the game, and extra time ticking away here.
Has issued a yellow card caution in the 90th minute to Cape Breton's number 2, Max Peepgrass. That's a yellow card to Peepgrass in the 90th.
And that's it. MRU will move on to the semifinals and take a 2-1 victory over the Cape Breton Capers. The 2023 gold medalists will be relegated to the consolation bracket. What an effort by MRU. Up early in the game. Off a goal. And then the Capers able to tie it up, and then Chanan Chanda with the game winner off his boot. So the MRU Cougars defeat the Cape Breton University Capers and advance the U Sports semifinal on Friday. When we come back, we'll have the Nike players of the game and get you set for quarterfinal number 4. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Hey, you Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Your final in quarterfinal number 3.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC, and now it's time for the highlights of this fantastic quarterfinal match. And off the corner, it was a beautiful strike from Jonathan Walker to get us kicked off in this quarterfinal game. The Capers, though, would come back to tie it up. Bio, a fantastic ball into the bottom left corner. Past Strauss, a clinical finish, but the U Sports Rookie of the Year off a great delivery from Josh Flaxman, able to slot it past Harrington, and that goal would end up to be the final deciding marker. So we'll take a look now at the schedule coming up here. We're 3 games through out of 4. We got one more coming up, quarterfinal number 4. UQTR Patriots, the number 8 seed, up against the number 1 seed and host, University of Toronto Varsity Blues. So that game comes your way at 7 p.m. Eastern Time as UQTR takes on the Varsity Blues in the U Sports Men's Soccer Championship. So on behalf of myself, everybody at our EC Live crew, thank you for joining us. The final score is 2-1 as the MRU Cougars defeat the Cape Breton University Capers. You've been watching U Sports on CBC.
U Sports on CBC, presented by Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Faraburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, A par and by BioSteel.